It's Wednesday night, folks, and we're taking it to Slam Town just the way Mundo took Sexy Star to Slam Town. Welcome back, everyone. This is JAYBONE, host and Smash This podcast review of Lucha Underground, the Battle of the Bulls. And, of course, as always, joining me tonight is my partner in crime, Mr. Milehigh Laz. How you doing tonight in the land of Slam Town?
In the land of Slam Town? I'm relatively good, man. What a weird episode.
Oh, dude. The matches were incredible.
There was a lot of
level was just, whoa.
Yeah, man. We had some Luchasaurus action, which is my new favorite combination of words that I've ever said.
Dude, only Lucha Underground could make a fight in the toilet look that epic.
Dude, my only question is like, you want to know why their production costs are so high? Is because they built that toilet. And they actually built it to the point to put water in it.
No, man, it was the cost of all the graffiti around the toilet.
Yeah, they brought in some like they brought in Banksy to like paint the stalls. It's like, whoa, everybody calm down here. Just whoa.
Oh, man.
All right, I've got to get something out of the way straight away because it pissed me off.
Uh-oh. Go for it.
All right, I understand the kid was excited, but the kid who brought the sign, fuck you. This isn't Monday Night Raw. This isn't SmackDown Live. This isn't NXT. This isn't your local indie. This is a fucking television show. Don't fucking do that.
Well, was the sign like inappropriate? What did the sign say?
No, it was a Worldwide Underground sign, but it's it's like one of the first signs I've ever seen on the show, period. And I'm like, don't be that guy.
Okay, now refresh my memory though. I'm going to take it for a trip down memory lane. Did people bring signs to ECW house shows?
Not really.
I'd have to go
entirely too busy yelling obscenities to worry about holding up a sign,
getting into fights with the
and chanting "You're a crack, horrid Francine," and. Yeah, dude, like that wasn't a spelling crowd, so signs were not really their thing.
Okay, all right.
And I can speak from a person who went to 2 ECW house shows at the bingo hall. So,
not to knock Philly, love Philly. All right,
dude, I love Philly, man, but like, dude, like that crowd was something totally different, and it's like. Dude, it's like my fear is like you're going to end up with some fucking mark that's going to have like an "I'm with stupid" sign, and I'm going to hunt that person out and kill them myself.
That's kind of brutal, dude.
Dude, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's a TV show. What are you doing?
Speaking of people in the crowd, what do you think about Mr. Former WCW heavyweight champion in the crowd tonight? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mr. David Arquette.
Man. Oh,
God. I know I had to throw the reference on a crazy time in wrestling. Yes, I had to do that.
Yeah, but it's the problem with like, ugh.
Hey, the guy loves wrestling.
And that's awesome, but it's like, don't, like, to me, don't frame him. Don't do that. Like, keep your crowd relatively anonymous. And if, like, famous people are there, cool. Let the people that are there enjoy it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to share that with us at home. It's like, we don't need to know that you're the hip new product. We know that already. That's why we're watching.
Well, like, Danny Trejo is,
That's a little different because he's so iconic within the culture.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, and that's a little different because, and plus the other thing is we know he's one of, like, dude, he was in all of Robert Rodriguez's movies in one form or another.
Yeah, probably.
So, I mean, it's like, I get that. I get it. But, like, to me, it's like, you don't man, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to turn it into Monday Night Raw where they cut to the front row and they're like, oh, look, it's some fucking dickbag from a reality show that you've never heard of. But he's socially relevant, so we'll put him on your television. And it's like, why?
Yeah. Well, at least Matt Stryker didn't go, hey.
Oh, dude, I just slapped him. No. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, that bugs me because like, the thing is like the persona that they're putting forward is an underground fight club. Who the fuck makes a poster to go to an underground fight club?
The guy who loves Mundo the most.
But it's like, but it doesn't match up with the story they're telling. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not there.
Like, I would bring a sign that says, like, sexy star, have my baby. You know? No, maybe not.
Dude, I don't need to see any signs. Like, I don't want to look into the crowd and see signs. Like, let me see you watching the match. I don't want to see you holding a sign up because all you're doing is blocking the view of the person behind you, which means you're a dick twice.
I've had that experience at shows before.
Oh,
like,
so have I. You know what the best thing to do is, I've discovered, is always carry a lighter to shows and set the sign on fire.
Oh
that's usually a quick way for that to stop. Or you can always go with my friend's route, which I peed myself. He got his pocket knife out of his pocket and actually cut the middle of the sign out and to let the guy hold the frame back up. That was one of those things where you're just like, huh, that's a thing. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, like that bugged me. It was like, I don't know what it was. I mean, like, because it was like the first one that I remember seeing. But it's like, like no. Like,
don't let it wreck your night, though.
Well, it's not going to let it wreck my night, but it's one of those things where it's like, this is such a unique experience because you just have a rabid crowd. It's not people trying to get themselves over.
Yeah. No, and these fans are passionate. You know?
And it's awesome, but at the same time, it's like, that's part of the charm of this show for me is I don't have to deal with Kevin Dunn cutting to the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the things that I enjoy. Like, I enjoy the in-ring action. It's like, show me the talent in the ring. It's like, I realize the crowd's going ape shit, and if you want to show them for a couple seconds, awesome. But it doesn't need to be a focal point, and you know what? If somebody famous shows up, that's great. You know what? Let that person run through the entire crowd and let that be a story for everybody there. But you know what? Me at home, I don't need to know David Arquette was there. I don't care.
Yeah, I hear you. At least he was pretty incognito. He had the hat. He had the big glasses. You know, it didn't.
Yeah, he didn't wear his big gold belt replica.
I'm just saying, if you blinked, and I'm assuming at least half the people that watched tonight blinked and missed it.
Oh yeah.
Although I think they did actually show him twice, very very quickly though. They didn't like keep the thing on him for like 10 seconds. Like, oh.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where it's like that the cool part of this show is because of how they tell the story. Okay.
Oh sure.
Like that to me, it's like I lose myself in how they tell the story, how they choose to tell it. Yeah. And it's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like it's because it doesn't match up with this very, very intricate universe you've built for yourself. Yeah. Like it doesn't fit within that. Like at least in my interpretation of it. In your interpretation of it, it may be totally different. But like in my interpretation of it, from the story you told me and the pieces that I have pulled and put together, I think more along the lines that like I want this to be separate of that because I don't watch that. I don't care to watch that. And don't make this that.
Yeah.
Like that to me, that's the cool part about this is the fact that it gives you more of that indie vibe. And it gives you more. I mean, like, dude, like you turn on your average indie shows, you don't see signs.
Right.
I mean, how many signs did we see at House of Hardcore? 3?
Oh, 4? God. I don't think I saw any.
And they were right on the entrance ramp. It was like one dude that had like 4 different signs.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, and in that environment, okay, cool. Because you know what? I know what that is. Yeah. That's a wrestling show. People are going to a wrestling show. What you are telling me this is not a wrestling show.
It's wrestling inside of a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is the core of the story isn't the wrestling. It's all the pieces going on behind it. The wrestling is just there to accent it.
Right. I mean, this for all intents and purposes, this show could have been called Dario Cueto's World. You know, because it is.
Yeah. I mean, like that option's there, but it was just like one of those things I'm just going like, that is so odd. Like that doesn't seem like it belongs there. And that's just weird to me.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, I want to talk about a little article, something significant that I found having to do with the future of Lucha Underground, and I found this kind of interesting. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to bullet point one certain thing that I found very cool. It basically sums up. It talks about the audience that Lucha Underground and the El Rey Network is going after. And without reading those paragraphs, I'm going to dive right into this one little section here. And it says, rather than changing its programming lineup, the network is doubling down on what's already working with these so-called strivers. Strivers is the people they're talking about that they're trying to aim the product at. It will continue to bring action content to the viewers with original series from Dusk Till Dawn and Lucha Underground. It will increase, get this, dude, it will increase output of original hours of programming by 50% for next year.
Wow.
Also on the horizon are new marketing campaigns, including social marketing initiative, Ride for Health. A social cause aims to improve the awareness of the importance of health for strivers. Blah, 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 blah. Just you know, basically saying it's kind of aiming at men's health overall. So yeah, and it says even though 2016 was a rocky year for independent cable networks, a few getting shut down, they're still positive about life as an independent, with El Rey now accessible to more than 45 million homes. Cord cutting may be on the rise, but they see it as an opportunity. When one system shifts and people choose to have lower cost packages, there's an opportunity for networks like El Rey. So yeah, man, it's, you know, when we have 40 weeks or 40 episodes in this season, when they start shooting again for this, it sounds like we may get possible 60 episodes next season.
I don't want that.
Well, basically, to sum it up, it basically sounds like they're going to run it all year long is what they're going to shoot for, so that there aren't any like seasonal breaks.
And see, like, but the thing is I like the seasonal break. Like, it's cool to me because it's like it goes away just long enough for me to start to miss it, and then it's back.
Oh, I hear you there.
I mean, it's awesome, but like, to me, it's one of those. It's
also
you're
a way
running
for them
into a realm that the North Tower is running into right now, where if the thing is that show is perfect just the way it is. An hour, they've got some wrestling built in, they've got some storytelling built in. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Thing is if they add on to that, it's like, okay, like if they add an extra half hour, cool. Okay, like I could do another half hour. Okay. If they hit the 2 hour mark, now you're into WWE territory, and I don't want that. Like, sit me down, entertain the hell out of me for an hour, hour and a half, and you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, if you're kind of like looking at what's going on Twitter, but it's like people that are hardened WWE fans. I mean, these people are big fans.
Yeah.
And like even some of the podcasters and stuff that do the reviews and they break down some of the news and things like that. Like they're going like it's too much.
I'm hearing more and more people say that. Yeah.
Like it's too much. And it's like this year, okay, so this year you had people, or so this week, people sat down for 5 hours of television. I have heard the words worst Raw of the year more than once.
Oh, wow.
So they sat down for 3 hours and got the worst Raw of the year in some people's opinions.
Wow.
I mean,
I didn't think
have
it was
you been looking?
bad, but...
I mean, like I always reference it. I always reference it because I find the numbers really interesting. Because it's kind of unique, like where people's attentions are heading. That's why I enjoy it.
Okay.
This week, the last time I checked the poll, SmackDown was beating Raw 91-9.
I see that a lot lately too. A lot of people are, because the show is, I mean, I don't want to get into a big WWE discussion,
No.
but SmackDown.
But the thing is when you start talking about adding additional content, adding more and more stuff, and the thing is you got to remember with the North Tower, they've got their Monday show, they've got their Tuesday show, they've got NXT, they're going to have this UK tournament.
No,
we're going to have all of this content going on, and that's on top of the 97 pay-per-views they're doing a year.
Yeah. Well, at least
it's like it's too much. What WWE's audience, what they're going to do, they're going to burn their audience out, and when they burn their audience out, those people are not going to go find other wrestling 9 times out of 10. Those people are going to go do something else.
I've got friends that are doing that. Yeah, they're taking a hiatus.
And that would be my concern for them to add additional content to this, because it's like, dude, that hour, it's like, I'm going like, yeah, like, okay, cool. Like, I'm excited for next week because they told me a great story and they didn't hit me with too much and they didn't hit me with filler. I mean, it's action, action, action. So it's like one of those things where it's like by the end of the hour, I'm tired. It's like, okay, like I'm wore out. Okay, I need a couple of minutes and then I'll go again. But I don't get it. Like to me, they could add other things around this that I think would be awesome. It's like, to me, like something that I would be intrigued to see would be have a show that's like Lucha Underground on the road or something, and give all of these talents that travel all over the world, buy them a friggin' high-def camcorder in an external hard drive and just let them like videotape their adventures pretty much. I mean,
Lucha on the road. Well, you know what? With one thing that I heard recently this week, in fact, it was last night, I saw an interview with Rey Mysterio. They not to promote another show, but they're decent. They're fun to watch. It's the AfterBuzz. They review freaking everything under the sun, and they actually do a halfway decent review of Lucha Underground. And they're based in LA, so they get some stars on their show once in a while. They had Rey Mysterio on there, so they were talking to him about, just, being involved with the show, his goals, his health, different things, and saying that one of the things they're looking forward to, hopefully in the future, is that they are going to take this on the road. And I think that's incredible, because fans that are hungry for this brand are some of the most diehard wrestling fans out there, because this show is so special.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? It's one of those things where it's like they don't need to do a 40-day tour. They don't need to do that.
No, they could do like a 10-day tour during the summer,
exactly. They could
sheds and stuff.
Or they could do 4 10-day, 15-day barnstorming tours where they would do pretty much every city with a population over 750,000.
Yeah.
So, or somewhere in that range. I mean, and And then what they can do is every other tour, like they could rotate in a show and somebody could take the tour off and then they'll rotate it back in on the next tour or whatever.
Yeah. And they've got, and what's great about these guys on this show is a lot of them are LA based, but a lot of the newer ones are coming in from all over the place. Like Sammy Callahan, aka Jeremiah Crane, he's all over the freaking country doing different promotions. He does Evolve, he does Wrestle Circus, that's a new one. He does crap out
Circles, he does AIW, he does Alpha One.
Right.
He's been doing PWX, he's been doing Beyond.
Yeah. He's all over the place. Yeah.
I don't know if he's gone to Japan yet, but I think he's trying. So
I wouldn't be surprised. And
you know what? I have a prediction for you. I would like to make a prediction.
Go for it.
You know who we're going to see on this show next season? I've got a guess on a new cast member.
New cast member for Lucha Underground. All right, fire it away, dude.
The reborn Matt Sydal.
Oh. Well, seeing as he's not doing a lot of Japan anymore.
Yeah, that's a little off the table, like forever.
Yeah.
So
and that's a shame.
He's probably not gonna want to go back to the WWE. I mean, he may not. I don't know. I don't know if he wants that kind of schedule. But I am making a prediction now that Matt Sydal is on Lucha Underground next season.
Dude, how awesome would it be to see like PJ Black and Sydal in a team together?
Yeah, I mean
that'd be sick,
and it's totally doable. Totally doable.
Yeah, you never know. Just this season alone, you never know who's going to show up. We just had a whole new crew show up last week. What did you call them?
Snek 1, Snek 2.
Thank you.
Or Luchasauruses.
Oh,
actually, they wouldn't be Luchasauruses. They'd be Luchasauri.
If you're going to use proper
Luchasauruses works for me too because that just sounds funnier. I'm in. Luchasauruses.
Oh, nice. Oh man, yeah. This episode was just sick, and we actually saw some of that. We were just joking about that a little bit ago about the fight in the John and how these guys captured Drago last week at the end of the episode. Now he's tied up, and I'm just going to kind of bounce all over here. He's tied up in I almost said Mariposa. Whoops. Wrong one.
Cobra Moon.
Cobra Moon, thank you. Cobra Moon's
Queen Snack.
Layer. What?
Queen Snack.
Queen.
You had Snek 1, Snek 2. They're the Guardians, and then you have Queen Snek. That's a completely different kind of Snek.
The Guardians of Snekville.
Yes.
It's another t-shirt we got to make. Snekville in the picture of the whole reptile tribe.
I'm in.
Oh shit! There's your next t-shirt, Lucha Underground. Make it. Yeah,
this t-shirt. Joey Ryan's already made it, and I want it now.
What's that?
His one with it's the Lucha Underground mask with the blow pop.
Oh, I'm gonna see that.
Oh, so good, so good. Apparently, it's a live show exclusive for him, so I have to wait for him to come to Denver. I found a promotion here that actually books real talent.
Nice.
You know who's going to be here this coming month?
Oh, who?
One of the people that I saw on the flyer was Eric Cannon. That's one of your Midwestern boys. One of the people I saw on the flyer is Sexy Chucky T.
Not familiar with
Chuck Taylor.
Oh, okay. Dustin. Yeah, got it.
Sexy Chucky T. The last name was everybody's favorite Interstellar Traveler, and it's also their promotions champion. And he has an affinity for White Rabbits, Paul London.
Nice.
So yeah, apparently Chris Hero was in my town last year, and I was not aware of it.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, mother.
He's been everywhere this year.
Yeah, dude, I think he's performed everywhere but my house at this point. So
I shouldn't tell you about him stopping over here for lunch the other day then. Anyways. Sorry. Awkward.
My bad.
The interview will be up next week. I'm just kidding. I wish.
I hate you so much sometimes. Just want to let you know that real quick. All right, so like we haven't even started the show yet. Okay, Battle of the Bulls.
Battle of the Bulls. Well, we talked about the fight in the John, so we're getting there.
Yes.
We're
meandering horrifically at this point, but we're doing all right.
Right. Oh God, yeah. This Battle of the Bulls, the finals for the number one contendership for the Lucha Underground Championship. Elimination match between the Mac, PJ Black, Jeremiah Crane, who was my pick to win, otherwise known as
Spurs.
Should have done that a long time ago. Thank you. Versus the man they call Cage.
Dude, you know what? Like, okay, they've had so many different little storylines going on. I was like, my first impulse was like, what is Tejano doing? Why is he fucking with Cage? And then all of a sudden, it took like 4 seconds, and I'm like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, like if you blinked, you missed it. Like I was writing notes down, and all of a sudden they said Tejano. I looked up, and he was gone, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was like one of those things. I'm like, why is Tejano when they're clowning? And I'm like, oh, wait a second. They're in the middle of a best of 5. That makes total sense. Never mind.
And a no DQ, of course, so he can come in and do whatever the hell he wants. He could, yeah. Hell, he could have shot him in the face, you know. Death to Cage.
The Dick Cheney special.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Did I say that out loud? My bad.
Woo! There we go. I think they had to think about that for a second. I was like, wait, oh, wow, he went there.
You remember the guy, like one day he was at like the NRA, like at the national conference, and like 2 days later he shot somebody in the face.
Yeah. Horrible hunting accident. I thought he shot him in the ass.
No, he shot him in the face.
Oh. Epic.
Dude, Dick Cheney ain't nothing to fuck with, man. He'll shoot you in the face.
Apparently.
We've got proof.
While tripping over a twig.
Or he just meant to shoot the dude in the face. I'm saying the odds on that are maybe 70-30. He just wanted to shoot the dude in the face.
My dear bitch.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah. Bam, bam. Did you just kill Bob? Yes, I just killed Bob. Do you have a problem with I'll kill you too? I got more bullets. What is going on? Like, you are doing a horrible job of trying to keep me remotely in line.
I'm failing horribly at this. All right. The order of eliminations in this match went
Cage,
PJ
which
Black,
I was like,
yeah, he was. I even tweeted that out. I'm like, he was not
like, wow,
the first one to pick. If anyone, I would have figured he or Crane would have won this because Crane's kind of on a roll, especially with all this supernatural stuff going on. There's going to be something special happening with him, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's like we've got so many stories going on in the background right now that it's like, okay, they could literally do this forever.
Well, we'll get to the Crane shit in a minute because we have to talk about that.
Yes.
Black pinned Cage after Cage got like annihilated, including the Tejano jump in.
Oh no, Tejano like blasted him with a bull rope, dude. It was game over.
Yeah. That was the beginning of the end for him there. Mac pinned Crane. And I was like, damn. And then
I was really surprised that they put Jeremiah Crane out so early. I honestly thought that it was going to be him and Cage at the end, and then like the intrusion of Tejano. Like I was like, once I put 2 and 2 together, I'm like, oh, that makes total sense.
Oh yeah. It just shows that the feud is still there because they haven't been. That's the great part about that feud. They're not beating you over the head with it like they did that other feud that the North Tower did.
You mean the best of 9?
Yes, that feud.
The best of 9 that was actually completely over, like by the time that it officially started.
And you know what's the stupidest part of it?
They became a tag team and they won the championships,
and they're still fighting.
And the North Tower decided that their audience is too fucking stupid to be able to tell the difference between the championships, so they color coded them.
Yeah, they did something,
dude. Okay, here's my thing. Okay, they got millions upon millions of dollars. Design something freaking unique. What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? You make millions of dollars a year off selling replica belts. If the belts look the same, people don't want to buy both of them. What are you doing?
Yeah, I hear you, man. It's crazy. Someone tweeted out about that when they showed those off, and I'm going to see if I can quick find the tweet. While I'm looking for this, let me know what you thought was like spot of the match in that one, if you could pick one.
I really liked a lot of the. I mean, I enjoy Sami Callihan's kicks. Or sorry, Jeremiah Crane. My bad. I enjoy Jeremiah Crane's kicks, and because the thing is like he times himself, and they sound so good. And it's like, he's one of those guys, dude. I can literally be in another room and I could hear that, and I'm going, "Oh yeah, I know who's on TV."
Oh, and it just adds to the intensity of it.
Yeah, and it's like that whole segment with him in the corner where he was trying to do the sunset flip power bomb on the Mac, and the Mac stiffed him, and then basically he backed up and caught him with a thrust kick. I'm not sure if the thrust kick was to the head or it was to the thigh. Either way, that whole sequence, like, it sounded so good. I was like, okay, you have my attention. I'm paying attention now.
Right. Damn it, I'm not going to find this. Greg, Mitchell from Gift of Podcast basically tweeted out that the belts looked like someone got bored at break time in the back and took coins and threw them in a pile of ketchup and said, "Oh, there's our new belts."
Dude, they're just not. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it, because the thing is like, okay, the primary titles there, okay, they make sense. Your main men's title, your main women's title, they carry the brand of the company. That makes total sense.
When we go,
get it. But what I don't understand is, where the hell is the branding on the world tag team titles?
Yeah.
Like, they could do something really cool, but they don't. And I don't get it. I never will. Because, like, to me, it's like, if they did some kind of cool, like, image of, like, instead of just the Spartan helmets, they have like a fight going on or something in the side plates. I mean, they could do so much more, and they could make so much more money, and I'm going to stop giving them ideas now. Okay.
Right. Proof that they listen to our.
But no, it's like, I mean, that whole corner segment between Crane and Mac before Crane was eliminated.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, dude, good for the Mac. Because you know what, like, he's had the little buddy role pretty much most of the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, good by him, man. Like, I dig it. Like, that's a good call, because that's going to get him into a main event match, and that makes his character relevant again, and then they can kind of spin him into his next arc, or if this is still him and Sexy Star going after the Worldwide Underground, whatever.
Yeah, and that works. You know, those two are cute together. I hate using that word, but you know what I mean.
They make a very good tandem, and apparently tonight there was some discussion on the Twitter box of shipping Sexy Star and the Mac together, and I'm like, no, under no grounds, under no circumstances will I refer to them as Sexy Mac.
What about Sexy Stack?
No, I will not call them Sexy Mac, mainly due to the fact that that sounds like dinner at Bill Cosby's house.
What about Max?
Right before you go to sleep.
What about Max Star?
Max Star? You would have to drop the most fire mixtape of all time there right afterwards.
He could do that.
I mean, that would be the only way that would work.
It cracks me up when people talk about shipping stuff together. I remember when my teenage daughter started talking about that like a year or two ago. I'm like, you're doing what? When that term first came out, I was like, that's just
it's the whole thing's creepy. It's like fan fiction. It's like, okay, whoa.
Yeah, stop that.
Whoa. And it's like nobody took the friggin' bait on Twitter the other day. I was so mad.
Uh-oh.
There was a picture from OTT of Ospreay and Ricochet in the ring together, and there was a huge projection of a fire, and I was like, and their eyes locked next to a roaring fire. You're welcome, fan fiction fans.
Oh, God.
Like, I was like, and yeah, I just created an entire new subgenre.
No, stop that.
It's going to be called Flight of the Ass.
Back to Jeremiah Crane.
No?
So he's in the middle of a conversation with Dario Cueto. And this is another one, if you blink, you miss it. I had to rewind it quick to figure out, wait a minute, what the hell did they just talk about? So Jeremiah Crane's talking to Dario Cueto in his office. And he wants a match with Mil Muertes, is what it sounds like. And Dario's just like, sure.
Because he wants to complete his collection of crazy Latin bitches?
Something. But it's just weird because most people, when they walk into Dario Cueto's office, Dario usually somehow, some way gives some snarky remark or gives them shit. I know I'm totally overthinking this, but that's the fun part about this brand. Dude, Jeremiah Crane's got some kind of freaking like powers, dude.
Oh, dude, this is so awesome. Austin Madelson, better known as Judas Devlin. I'm looking for some creative ideas for a Luchasaurus t-shirt design. Yeah! like, once again, dude, the bizarre shit that happens in my brain pan equals cash. I don't understand.
It's a gift.
Dude, it's like I embrace the utterly ridiculous, and eventually people join me there, so it's okay.
Backtrack to last week. You were correct on the other Smeg. Pindar?
Oh, Sneck?
Yes.
Steve Payne?
Yes.
Yes.
And apparently he helps run a wrestling school.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So yeah, the guy's legit if he's got his own freaking school.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of guys out there who never really made it that run schools. Yeah. Or that didn't make it as big as they should have or whatever. I mean, a lot of people that kind of, like the guy that I honestly hope opens a school at some point is probably Dolph Ziggler. Mainly due to the fact that the guy is such a good worker that I think that he could train some people to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, but I mean,
hell, if Daivari and Mr. Kennedy can in Minnesota, then hell yeah.
And here's the cool part about having a wrestling school running person as part of your production. He's going to be able to work with the talents that they're bringing in that maybe are not wrestling talents. Mm-hmm. People that they're utilizing, like Miss Brenda, or I mean, even Melissa Santos or Katrina. I mean, anything like that. I mean, people that are not wrestlers.
Yeah.
So I mean that's another great strength. It's something awesome something else that's great to add to the cast.
Yeah, and there's so many positive factors behind the force of Lucha Underground, between the creative minds and just everyone in the back. Like, that's another thing that was brought up in that interview with Rey Mysterio from AfterBuzz, is that you've got guys in the back like Chavo Guerrero in production working with a new guy on stuff like Paul London. It's like, holy shit. That's pretty slick.
Well, it's okay. This is the difference. This is a wrestling company this is a wrestling company that happens to do television.
Yeah.
That's the way this is being structured. If you look at the way their backstage is built, if you look at the way the stories are being written, like, this was a wrestling show that happens to do TV, Whereas if you go to the North Tower, a lot of the time it's TV that happens to do wrestling.
Yeah. Big difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different kind of storytelling. It's a totally different way of structuring. Plus, the other thing is you've got a lot of people there from a lot of varying backgrounds. In other places, they kind of cull the herd to their focus, and that's what they use, and that's the only thing they use.
Oh, yeah.
Question the box, you will find yourself on the outside of it real quick.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where their structure is totally different. It's like I dig the way that they run the whole show.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it sounds like everybody's making decent money and everybody's enjoying themselves, and
yes,
you've got people that are there that are getting the opportunity to basically go in and work with some of the best talent in the world.
I've never heard any of these guys in an interview that said, "Oh, you know what, Lucha Underground kind of sucks." I've never heard that.
No, I mean, and I think it's because these guys are getting exposure in a completely unique product.
Yeah.
They're getting exposure in a completely. I mean, they're getting exposure in a unique universe, because, and it's like they're not having to. And the cool part about it is, for these guys, is it's television exposure without having to deal with the impact taint.
Yeah, yeah.
So, great for them. It's like, you know what? Honestly, if some of the people opt out of the Nashville tower, or it's not really a tower at this point, the Nashville cardboard box, I could see some of those folks ending up in a new cast for Lucha Underground. I could totally see it. They definitely have some talent there that would fit.
Oh, dude, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's like, give me Trevor Lee and Lucha Underground all day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, give me Trevor Lee and Lucha Underground, and then I want you to book a match. I want Dante Fox versus Killshot versus whatever Trevor Lee is.
Right?
And I don't care what the story is. Why? Because it's going to be one of the best wrestling matches that you will ever see, because something is going to happen that will blow your mind.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk further about this stuff with Crane. He gets the match from Cueto, leaves the office, but before he leaves the office, just randomly goes in his ceiling and pulls what looks to be kind of like a homemade Ouija board. I'm just going to guess. That's kind of what it looks like.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. So he takes that, and the weird thing is that when he grabs it, and Cueto's like, "What the hell are you doing?" Crane goes, "Oh, I left this up here when I was a little kid." And Cueto's like, "What?" He takes the game board down, or what looks like a game board, and just strolls out of the office. And Cueto's got this look on his face like, what the hell just happened? Crane's walking down the hallway, and fill in any blanks I might miss here, but all of a sudden he gets confronted by Katrina.
No, that was the astral projection of Katrina.
Well, no, just wait. Was it Katrina? And she was a projection, or did he somehow walk through the actual Katrina? Oh, that's why I said Crane's got some kind of powers.
So much fun.
It is, dude. It's so crazy. It's like, like fans talking about freaking Doctor Who and shit, only wrestling style. So apparently, he gets confronted by Katrina, and then says that he's got the match against Mil Muertes, but he also uses his original like Earthling name or whatever you want to call it, but something Mendoza or whatever he was named as a kid, before he became Mil Muertes, and then he's like, once I get rid of him, then I'll have you all to myself, and then strolls right through her and walks away, and it's like, oh my God, that whole segment, front to back, just almost gave me goosebumps. It was like, whoa.
Dude, it's great storytelling. It's engaging storytelling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that's why I watch. Like, this is pure story content, and this is something I really don't get anywhere else.
Yeah. Side sad note is I just found that at a local wrestling show for Brew City Wrestling, Mr. Pentagon Jr. is going to be appearing here in Milwaukee January 13th. Unfortunately, that is the day after I have a surgery scheduled. So there is no way in hell I am going to make it to that.
Come on, dude.
As bad as I want to go.
Straight into the facility would be amazing. Come on.
Stretch to be like part of a stretcher match. And but
yeah, dude, we can see if Dean Ambrose can drive, because, if it's like a public service vehicle, if somebody's behind the wheel, it's going to be Dean Ambrose.
He's good at that shit.
Yeah.
Even if Luke Harper is like in tail.
Yeah, sure. He can ride shotgun. Whatever works.
So a little shout out to local promotion there. Damn, but that just means that they're going to bring him back, because that's what that means.
Yeah, they've done a lot of really good shows up there. I believe Jervis was up there at one point.
Probably. I would not be surprised. I went to their big Fandemonium thing this past, it was either January or February thing. Got to meet a lot of cool legends. Got to meet Honky Tonk Man. Oh my God, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and also got to meet Matt Hardy literally right before he became broken. So that was interesting. He was normal. A week later, he had like streaks in his hair, and it was like, wait, what the hell happened to him?
What happened? What happened to you?
You're TNA champ, and you're all weird now.
I don't understand. At some point, shit got way weird.
Totally. All right, back to Lucha Underground. Sorry. Main event. Steel cage match for the Lucha Underground Championship between Sexy Star and Mr. Slamtown himself, Johnny Mundo. Speaking of Slamtown, have you heard his new single?
No.
Oh my God. Please, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the El Rey Network YouTube channel. And there are snippets in a video of Johnny Mundo doing his own theme song, Welcome to Slamtown. It is epic. And I hope to God they use it in a future episode, because little thing you may not realize is all the music that gets played for these entrances, it's all overdubbed in post-production. It's not done live. The only music that's done live during these shows is the band that's in-house.
It's Metalachi.
Yeah, it was like Metal La Bamba today. It was crazy.
Dude, you know what? Like, I want to watch that damn Blue Demon show. Well, why did they have to show me the ad for that? I want to watch that now.
Oh, dude, it said it's going to be on Uno Mas. I hope to God they do like some kind of English version of it on the El Rey Network. or at least on the El Rey network with subtitles. I would totally watch that.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
That is awesome. Glad you brought that up. I almost forgot. All right. Steel cage match. And wow, was there a split crowd for this one? Crazy.
You know, okay, here's the thing. There are a lot of people that knock Sexy Star, saying she's not the best wrestler. But you know what? She doesn't have to be.
Dude, she kicked so much ass in this.
Yeah, but the thing is she doesn't have to be the best wrestler. The thing is the talents she is working with are so good that if she does have any shortcomings, they're very, very well hidden.
It's the chemistry in the ring. Yeah, exactly. Like, Johnny worked with her through the whole thing. It was great. You know?
Yeah, and dude, Mundo's a pro, man. He is an absolute 100% pro.
This show was so meant for a guy like him. He, you know, when he left the North Tower, dude, I was pissed. Because he was one of my favorites, and I've said that multiple times. And to see him again in a show like this, and in the position he's now in this company, on this TV show, for this wrestling brand, dude, I couldn't be happier for him. He is a tremendous heel. His backstage vignettes freaking crack me up, and his in-ring shit is just epic.
You know what what I'm kind of hoping for him, because he's kind of hitting that mid to late 30s phase.
Yeah.
Like, if he decides to leave here and decides to go back to the North Tower,
yeah,
because I wouldn't be overly surprised. I hope it's for a shitload of money.
Dude, there's been talks about it over the last year. It comes up at least like once every 3 months. And I guarantee you, within the next couple weeks, as rumors start blowing up about the Royal Rumble, they're going to start again. But, I mean, he's their champ right now, and I know he's going to be with them for the rest of the season. So even if he was contemplating that jump, it wouldn't happen until, like, next fall. But I can almost guarantee you he's not, because he's so good for this brand.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, because he's kind of hitting that range and he's hitting that level of popularity and things like that, that I would, dude, I wouldn't blame him.
No, and I wouldn't either.
Like, if somebody, like, if you were getting paid a shitload of cash, dude, go.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take care of you. I understand. It's okay. Like, I'd rather see you here, but I get it. I mean, it's the same opinion I have pretty much with all the independent guys now. It's like, I get it. Like, this is the dream. Get it. Don't have to explain it. Like, I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. Like, all the rumors swirling about Chris Hero now.
And Matt Riddle and everybody fucking else. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, people were like, oh yeah, WWE is interested in Matt Riddle. And I'm like, in other news, water is wet.
What? Where did you hear that silliness? Water is wet. Wait a minute.
It's like the WWE is interested in a talented wrestler? What?
What's interesting is how good he's gotten down in Evolve, you know, since
he's traveling all over the place. I mean, like, he's working all over the place for WWN, plus a bunch of other dates. Like, he's working Beyond. He's working, well, he was working at AIW, but not anymore. He's going to be over working the 16 Carat for WXW. Yeah. I mean, it's hilarious, man. It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it, because the thing is at this point, they've emptied the coffers. They have literally called everybody that still has a pulse.
Just about. At least it seems like that, yeah.
So,
but not everybody's sold on going to the WWE. Like, last year, I even did a video on how they tried to get Jack Evans and Angelico, and they said no.
Well, I mean,
and they tried like several times.
But the thing is you also signed on the dotted line with the understanding that this is the end of your life as a singular person.
Well, yeah,
because you are now part of this. Yeah, you are now part of this. You no longer are yourself.
Yeah. You're part of Vince's circus. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to see, I really, really like the fact that there's talents out there like Cage and Mundo and I mean, hell, Angelico, Jack Evans, I mean, PJ Black, I mean, all those guys. Like, I like the fact that they know damn well if they wanted to go there, they could go there today.
Oh, yeah.
But they choose to do this because they want to be part of something different.
Well, yeah, they want to see this grow, and it is constantly, slowly growing. The numbers are there. The audience is there, you know? So, yeah, man. Great steel cage match. Dude, Sexy was close so many times. And I was like, holy crap, is she actually going to do it? You know, because she had the opportunity, except she had to do that epic off the top of the steel cage crossbody.
Okay, here's where we get into my next beef.
Uh-oh. Dude, you never have beefs.
Well, this is a beef with a concept.
Okay.
This is a beef with a concept, and it's something that bugs the shit out of me.
I'm like, what is with you, man? I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. What is the purpose of a steel cage match?
To trap the two inside, in theory, no interference from the outside. I mean, there's a couple different ways you go about it. You could try to escape the cage, or you could try to win it in the cage.
To keep the two competitors and then keep everyone else out. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Why can I escape a steel cage? That defeats the purpose of even having the friggin' match.
Well, then you're going into shit like putting a roof on the cage, and then you're getting
into... You don't have to put a roof on the cage. You just remove the stipulation.
Well, you do if it's a Hell in a Cell.
Well, you don't have, but I'm saying you don't have to go that route. You don't have to do that. But it's just one of those things. I'm just like, I never understood the escaping from the cage thing. I just don't get it. I mean, that would be like having a Taipei death match that ended on a fucking count out. It's like, huh?
I've seen it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, it's stuff like that where it's like, I've never understood that premise. I don't get it.
Yeah, and they did they certainly did a lot of trying to escape.
Yeah,
there was
but dude, they did the climb spots were great. I mean, like those two. Mundo is so talented that Sexy Star being above average is made very, very good because Mundo has the ability to be able to lift her up a little. Like,
oh, sure.
He helps her become better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those, I mean, I don't understand the escaping from the cage. I don't get it. Because why would you agree to enter a cage match if your plan was to run away? Huh?
And isn't there a door usually to those things?
There wasn't a door on this one tonight. I didn't see one, at least, unless it was off camera somewhere.
Or just at an angle that really wasn't shown much, maybe. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't see a door. I mean, so... But I seriously doubt that they would put the talent and the referee in the ring. But granted, that cage that they had, dude, that thing was slick as shit. Did you see that?
Yeah, it looked good.
Well, no. Did you see how it was constructed?
Oh, no.
Okay, basically how it was, like the way that I saw the assembly, it looks like they were pre-assembled double sections for all the sides, and then pretty much all they were doing, like they probably had stagehands come in and literally put it together, there was like probably 2 eye bolts that went through the top and 2 eye bolts that went through the bottom. Like, you're talking maybe total assembly time with people who knew what they were doing, 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, dude, like that construct was super slick. Like, that was something I'm going like, you know, like a lot of independents could really like look at that and go, that's a good idea. Like, and it's not something that's like out of bounds, because like you could, like, I'm sure the stuff that they bought was pre-assembled or they paid somebody to professionally put it together, but it's a concept that could be easily embraced by just about anybody.
I'll tell you what's interesting about that is you look at the ring, you look at the surroundings, you look at the temple, you look at the back, and it all is its own character. This cage almost looked like way too damn good to be in that environment.
Yeah, it definitely was not unique. Like, I was expecting more Lucha Underground.
Like, you look at the freaking ladders. What is the one thing that Matt Stryker and Vampire always say about the ladders? Is the ladders themselves, if they're used in a match, look like they've been through hell and back already before they got to the temple.
Yeah.
It was like, bring a ladder night at Lucha Underground, you know? It's like, all right, we got a couple old ones in the garage. We'll bring them to the show. You know, that's what it looks like. This cage was like, oh,
pristine.
It's shiny.
Yeah, it was like, it was almost too much. Where you're just sitting there going like, huh.
Like, there was no way they were going to break this sucker.
No. but it was, I mean, dude, great match. I mean, yeah. you had 2 very skilled performers that did an absolutely tremendous matchup. I mean, dude, ripping a luchador's mask off is like the most disrespectful thing you could do in Lucha Libre.
Oh yeah,
it's like it will start riots in Mexico.
That was probably the low. I mean, if you really look at what that really means to the culture, that's probably about the lowest thing he's done since the show started.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it was awesome. It was a great episode, and then the closing segment was even really, really good.
Oh yeah. You're talking about after the Mac showed up and gave Mundo a stunner and...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The Mac did his Mac thing.
Yeah. Because everybody's pissed off at Mundo. He's walking up the stairs. Oh, he got away with it. Oh, there's the Mac. Mac gives him a stunner, and everybody...
Well, the thing is that got all the Sexy Stars heat back. That got all of her heat back immediately because people associate the Mac and Sexy Star together.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, good booking. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Because now you've built curiosity and intrigue for your championship match that's taking place next week.
Is that happening next week?
I thought that's what they said, but I may have heard that wrong.
You know what? You might be right. I wasn't sure when the match between the winner of the Battle of the Bulls was happening, but I knew it was going to, obviously, whoever won that was going to face the winner of the Sexy Star and Mundo match. Yeah, you know what? I think that is. Another thing that we are getting next week, like we touched on briefly, was the Crane and Mil Muertes match. Dude, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's definitely next week, and that's going to be a really violent affair.
And that's also going to have some kind of backstage vignette going along with it.
Yeah. There's a big chunk of the story we are missing at this point.
Yeah. And that's the great thing, though. It's storytelling. It's the best part of the show. You know, you're salivating to find out what's happening, and they just keep throwing these little bits at you. Just, okay, now we're gonna throw you this nugget.
As I told my friend's like, okay, like he goes like, break the show down for me, and I'm like, it's part independent wrestling show, part telenovela. He goes, what if I don't watch telenovelas? I said, okay, it's part independent wrestling show, part sci-fi channel. He goes, I could do sci-fi. And I said, then it's sci-fi.
Yeah. That's yeah.
And it's like, it's funny, man. It's like, I've got one of my engineering leads at work.
Yeah.
Her husband used to be a big Lucha Libre fan. Well, I got him turned on to Lucha Underground, and it's so funny because like she'll come into my cube every once in a while and ask me stuff because her husband's talking about it. She has no idea what he's talking about. So it's like she stops by my cube and like it'll ask me a couple of questions, and I'll let her know, and then she goes back about her merry way, and that's how she talks to her husband about it.
That's funny.
Like,
explain the Katrina thing for me.
Oh no, it's just like it's so funny because it's like, okay, at work today I was wearing my Broseph J. Brody Bramone shirt and my New Japan hoodie, and I'm sitting there and people are just like, "Wow, you're a wrestling fan?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, how have I not made that abundantly clear to, I don't know, everyone? Like, wow, we didn't know people still watched wrestling. And it's kind of like, they don't, so please don't start.
Yeah,
because I don't want to have to explain anything to you because I already know that you're terrible people and the first thing you're going to locate is the North Tower. And no.
Oh, you watched John Cena. Oh, I saw him in 12 rounds. That was awesome. Anyways.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's an awesome show. Like, I can't say enough nice things about it. I mean, it's a great little show. It's entertaining as shit. And I get everything I want out of it. And then at the end of the hour, it's like, sweet. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was a little bit more of it, but not double of it.
They're like, there was so much in it. You feel like you just watched 3 hours, but you didn't. But I mean,
dude, they tell more story and put more wrestling in the ring in an hour than the North Tower does in the first 2.5 hours of their flagship program.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, it's totally unique in that respect, and it's something that that nobody else can replicate because the thing is they can tell whatever story they want because it's literally their own universe.
It is. I mean, it's fictional, and yet it's set in a real life neighborhood.
It's a live action comic book.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically what it is. It's a live action comic book, and because comic books, you can bend the world to whatever you need to tell your story.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's genius. It's genius. And the fact that Ray's talking about possibly doing some more touring and stuff like that, like, that's awesome. Like, I'd love to see him come to Denver. I mean, that'd be really, really cool. And we've got an old dumpy theater that would make a great temple.
Oh, hey.
So it's a, yeah, I mean, dude, like, it's awesome. Like, I love it. I won't say anything bad about it. Like, I said bad things about that one exuberant young gentleman with his sign. But okay, like, dude, if my only beef is like, dude, don't do that.
You know what? He probably got a lot more flack at the show than what you gave him over the course of this last hour.
I don't get it, man. Like, it's just something that, like, to me, it doesn't match up. Like, it doesn't match up with the story, so, like, I don't understand why it's there.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you want to watch Miss Melissa Santos walk up to him and, like, smack him in the head with the ring bell.
Well, no, I don't need anything that violent. Like, I mean, like, dude, I have plenty of violence on the show. I don't need anything that violent from the ring announcer. But I would be 100% okay with anybody at the door going, no signs. Like to me, you are they have gone out of their way to build this unique environment and this unique universe and this unique story that has all these different chapters that are all weaving themselves together. Why would you put that in the middle of your story? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
So that was like the one thing to me. I'm just going like, man, that is really weird. And then like, it was like, that really bugs me because it doesn't fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, that would be like watching Lost and having fucking Dean Stockwell show up from fucking Quantum Leap with Ziggy going, oh shit, we're not supposed to be here. Boop, 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 boop. And like he disappears again. Like, it's like, where the fuck did you come from? Why were you here? And more importantly, where the fuck did you go? Like, that would have been a major talking point. People would have been like, dude, did you just see that dude appear and then fucking disappear into a light column? What the fuck was up with that?
Would have just completely destroyed the entire universe of Lost.
With that. I mean, but it's stuff like that where it's like it doesn't fit in the story. It's kind of like, okay, you wouldn't have a clown show up at a funeral in the average movie. Okay? Like, that stuff wouldn't happen.
Unless it's Bill Murray.
Yeah, like, you wouldn't cast Jim Carrey and Kevin Hart in a serious police procedural. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. So, I mean, but it's stuff like that where you're just, I'm like going like, wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like, they take so much care.
I'll have to watch that back and see where that was.
It was when PJ Black was making his entrance.
Oh, okay. So like right at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Okay.
And it was just like, I mean, like to me, it's like, they dedicate so much time and so much energy to doing something so unique. And you allow something in that doesn't fit to your storyline that you take so much care and put so much intricate detail into, and it's like, that doesn't go there. I mean, it was just weird to me because I don't remember ever seeing it before or whatever, but it was just one of those things where I'm just going like, man, that is weird.
Yeah, like you see signs at like NXT shows and shit like that, but
see, the thing is that's the culture there.
Yeah.
That's the culture there. That's the norm. It's expected almost at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, it's nowhere near to the level it was 15 years ago where they would cut to the opening of their flagship program and the entire arena looked like a fucking poster board convention. There were so many signs you couldn't even read them all.
No, yeah, back 15 years ago, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's like, but that's the norm for that product. That's the norm for that universe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you don't, like, when you watch PWG, what the? PWG.
Is that the Chinese version of?
Or it's the female promotion. It's like, they don't talk about it very much.
Gotcha.
But PWG, like, you don't see signs there. And if you do see a sign, it's made for one wrestler. And it's somebody busting balls 9 times out of 10.
That crowd? Yeah.
I mean, but like, it's not normal. Like, you don't turn on your average indie show and see signs. And if you do, it's one person with a sign for one wrestler or whatever. I mean, it was like, we used to do that at indie shows in St. Louis. We used to pretty much go and just play the role of Big Smelly Marks and just sit on the rail and because we were friends with all the workers. So we were just sitting there busting balls and they were just firing back at us because they knew us.
Yeah.
Because it allowed them to be able to banter and be a heel and not have somebody that's going to get sad.
There you go.
So, yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, to me, like, I looked at it and I'm going, man, that's weird.
It is unique for this environment. I will agree with you there.
Yeah, and it's like, and to me, it's like, it doesn't fit in this environment.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in this environment. It's like I am almost of the belief that the crowd should have to come in costume. Like, let's make it look like an underground fight club, dude. Let's get some people in here looking like fucking loan sharks and shit. I want gangsters. I want people in business suits throwing fucking money at the ring. Like, make it look like that. But, like, I mean, I could deal with the crowd the way that it is, but, dude, signs? No. Because they don't fit.
It's a pretty hardcore crowd. Yeah.
And the thing is to me, it's like if you've got a sign in your hands, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get the sign seen. And if you're trying to contort your body to get your sign seen, what are you not doing? Watching the fucking show.
Yep.
So it's just like I'm going like, okay, like maybe I'm weird. Maybe I am way more perturbed by this than, I don't know, anybody else in the universe.
I think you are.
But at the same time, it's weird.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you. For this environment, yes, I'll agree with you.
Yeah, cause, I mean, to me, it's like that group of the creative team, they take so much care of that product. They make sure stuff matches up and nobody's left hung out to dry. Or if you don't have a match for a couple of weeks, you're going to be in 2 backstage segments or whatever.
It's a well-oiled machine. Like even like during last week's show, I noticed at one point, and I couldn't tell you which match it was for, and I apologize, but like the crowd wasn't making quite enough noise. So off camera, they actually showed Vampiro get up from the desk and start waving his hands like, "Let's go, people! Start making some noise," and as like the hype guy, and
that's cool, man. Because dude, if there is anybody in that building that is psyched for what is going on, it's Vampiro.
Oh, dude, he bleeds this brand.
Yeah, like he enjoys it. So it's like dude, if there's anybody in that building, like if Stryker did it, I would probably take offense because it doesn't fit. And plus, Matt Stryker, I love him, but he's got a punchable face. He's got a punchable face. It's there.
Yeah, especially when he gets in the ring, like in a House of Hardcore show. Yeah.
But I mean, it's I don't know, man. Like that, because it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I mean, but my favorite quote of the night was "Shit Vampiro says, that'll put your spine right through your butthole."
I remember that quote. I laughed hysterically. In fact, my wife even looked up from what she was doing and went, "What did he just say?" And I'm like, I rewound it for her. She's like, and she just shook her head and went back to what she was doing. It was so funny.
Dude, like that one caught me so off guard, man. And I ended up with my sinuses full of water.
Yeah.
Because if not, it would have been all over my monitor, my keyboard, my mouse.
Yeah.
Oh. So
overall, yeah. Tremendous episode number 16, the Battle of the Bulls.
But we're not to the end.
We're not?
No.
Oh, we need to talk about the Drago.
Queen's Neck.
We need to talk about the Drago.
And Queen's Neck.
And you know what? While you were going on your little rant there, I happened to look up something. And it just reconfirm something. I know I keep going back to this, but basically I'm telling you, go listen to the AfterBuzz interview with Rey Mysterio. It's very entertaining. It's about 45 minutes long-ish. He mentioned, they were talking about different wrestlers that he worked with, who who stood out the most, who he, likes working with, blah, 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 blah. He mentioned Drago. And then he mentioned something very interesting about Drago. The age of Drago. And the hosts, the ones who were interviewing Ray cracked a joke, something to the effect of, well, he's a dragon, so he's like 1,000 years old. Well, duh. But no, the guy who is Drago is, and I just looked it up, and I sometimes like accidentally find shit that I don't like seeing, but I was very careful this time, so I didn't see anything weird, as in like spoilers that gets put on Wikipedia. Drago, get this dude. He is so good in the ring. He's 41 years old. Never would have thought.
Me, man.
Never would have thought. I mean, he moves around like freaking Ricochet. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of those. I mean, dude, the luchadors, I mean, they're different, man. Like, I don't know whether it's training. I don't know whether it's just they're tough as friggin' nails, but whew. Like, that whole, like, I mean, dude, like, look at Blue Demon. Blue Demon was in his mid-50s last season.
Oh, like season...
or 2 seasons ago.
I think he was in last season, but he was only in for like an episode or two, as opposed to like the first season he was in a little bit more.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I mean, dude, they've got, I mean, like, look at Ray. Ray's 45.
Yeah, can't believe it.
I mean, Del Rio's, I think, 39. He may even be 40 at this point.
Dude, I would love to see him come back to Lucha Underground.
I don't know, dude. Like, he's kind of a weird one, man, because
I think he's getting away from wrestling a little bit. I know he's got his hands on a couple different new projects.
Like
one of them being
up a Ninja Turtle.
That and trying to see how nasty he can get with that one girl he's with that's about half his age. Paige.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Whatever, dude. Like that whole thing is such a clusterfuck. It's just like, I don't get it. But okay, sure, whatever.
Love is love. Love is crazy.
Yeah, it's like I can't dude, I hope it works out for you. Like, go. Run, do not walk. If that's what you want, you go.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah, I mean, I don't know. On a totally unrelated note, on NXT tonight, Cleveland and Autopsy, the authors of Pain, or Razor and Mako, or some bullshit like that. I don't know. I couldn't give a fuck less.
Ellering's Big Boys, yeah.
Yeah, tonight was that powerbomb spot where they knocked the guy fucking unconscious.
Oh, they accidentally powerbombed one guy into another guy.
Yeah, and now what I want you to do is I want you to go to NXT's Twitter and look at the clip they posted. Look at when they cut the clip. And that is the wonders of the hypocrisy of the North Tower.
Well, they by no means want to see somebody getting brain damage, but I understand what you're saying.
But the thing is, they showed it on the show. They actually showed it on the show.
Oh,
they cut it from their social media because the thing is they figure the only people that are going to see it on the show are fans. On social media, they have to filter themselves because they're that level of fucking pussies.
I'm scrolling through Twitter. Whoa, they give Almas Pyro now on NXT? Really? Whoa. Interesting.
Well, they couldn't figure out why they made him less interesting when they took the mask off of him, so they had to give him something interesting back.
Oh, my God. I just saw it.
Yeah, but look at when they cut it.
No, I know. That's what I'm oh my godding about because
right after that is when that guy ragdolled.
Oh, that just is. Oh, dude, I can't watch that. Dude, that is freaking terrifying. Like the next thing you think you're gonna see from that is like somebody's head literally getting just exploding.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's legit scary, man.
Oh,
it's one of those things where it's like
but
I realize you guys are supposed to be monsters. I get that.
But they showed it in the episode?
Apparently, yes.
Oh my god.
But it's one of those things where it's like I understand you're booking them as monsters, but at the same time, there's being a monster and there's being an idiot. And that was being an idiot.
Yeah, well, that just shows how green they are then.
Yep, pretty much. But yeah, dude, Ace's episode, I'm hyped for next week. I'm ready for some Sami Callihan Mil Muertes action.
Sami Callihan.
Oh. So yeah, man, I'm hyped. I'm ready.
Hell yeah, man. Episode 17, we will be covering it. And to everyone out there listening, dude, thank you so much for listening. I probably don't say this enough, and I don't mean to, browbeat it. But I do want to say hats off to a Lucha Underground based podcast who just gave their last show this week. Last Real Heels. Go check them out. I saw the tweet earlier, and I wish I could say I've listened to more episodes. Unfortunately, I can't because I just found them within the last couple months. So I've listened to a couple shows here and there, but I did see the tweet out this week that this is their last show, and that's unfortunate. I'm not gonna sit here and tweet the shit out of them and say why are you. All I'm saying is there needs to be more podcasts talking about Lucha Underground because we love this. We want to see more support for it. So I just want to say, hats off to you guys for as long as you were doing reviews for Lucha Underground. And, hope to see you guys show up somewhere else, somewhere down the road, or whatever you guys are doing. Good luck to you and whatever, to not use the usual tag, but future endeavors or whatever life brings you. So, for this crazy motherfucker, I'm JAYBONE. We're going to wrap it up tonight, and we'll see you next week, and hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything this weekend, have a day. Good night, all.